Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday, Curvies. I couldn't let the week get away from us without going and doing a quick review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 5, episode 4. Yes. Thanks for coming into LRGA Curves today. On your way in, make sure you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, go ahead and ring that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video, and so you can become part of this beautiful Curvy community that we're growing over here in these YouTube streets. Thanks again for coming through. When you like the video, it helps me get in the algorithm, helps me stay in the algorithm so that I can find more people. Okay. So you may or may not be watching Salt Lake City this season. And overall, this has been an excellent season. We are 5 episodes into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and we have the magnanimous return of none other than Mary Cosby to our screens, ladies and gentlemen. So that being said, it means it's a good season so far for me, because I wasn't gonna watch unless something like that had happened, because I was done with those ladies over there, those heifers, let me tell you. Anyway, so Real Housewives of Salt Lake City picked up. There was just a couple of things I wanted to review. I won't keep you guys long. Let's see. So first off, I thought it was really interesting that Whitlow, of all people, decided that Whitney is Whitlow today. Or we can call her the Dirty Blonde, whatever. Anyway, Whitney, I have thorns and I'm a rose, is, I feel like, trying to turn Monica's mind the way she wants it to go against Meredith. Like, she just keeps planting seeds of dissent. You know what I mean? Like, so, Whitney, we know, has a history and a pattern of making up stories and then having tantrums when people call her on the carpet about it. And then she says she wasn't the one that we just saw her do. It was really somebody else that did it or put her up to it, because she's such an easy person to puppeteer that she even admits that sometimes people will give her something and she'll just run with it, So when Mary Cosby was on the first season, Whitney Rose made it her mission in life, not her mission from the Mormons, not her death oath mission that Heather Gay went on, not that kind of mission. No, she took a different kind of mission, y'all. She went on a mission to besmirch the good name and reputation of none other than Mary Cosby. But like Mary Cosby's name says, if you come for her, she sends Jesus to you. So yeah, there's that. You might want to watch it. Okay. So let's see. Anyway, so Whitney, who does this, I just told you what she does. She makes up stories. She casts blame. She takes zero accountability. She spreads rumors. She does all kinds of things. That's what Whitney does. So I thought it was so crazy when Whitney had the nerve to get in freaking the new girl Monica's face and sit down to her and tell her, Monica, the new girl, that Meredith is the one who's always running around having stuff on people and spreading stories about people. And I was like, pot, meet, kettle. And the pot is named Whitney and the kettle's named Rose, okay? Because that is Whitney's MO. That is so strange that she's trying to project that and have this newbie want to be on her team over this lie. So anyway, Monica's a sharp cookie. So Monica was like, oh, Well, we've all heard the rumor because, of course, Whitney's coming in hot with the rumor. Shay B is in the house. What's good, Shay B? So Whitney was coming in hot with the rumor this week, and she was going straight to Monica, talking about Meredith's trying to spread a rumor about Angie. And Monica's like, well, you heard the rumor, I'm sure. And Whitney never says what Meredith says the rumor is. She simply says that Meredith said that she knows things. She didn't even say a rumor. She just said she knows things about her family or about her marriage or her husband. And Whitney never says what Meredith says. Then Monica's response to Whitney trying to poison her ear is, oh, well, everybody's heard the rumor. And Whitney plays good and dumb and it's like, what rumor? And she's like, oh, the one where Angie's husband sleeps with men. And so right now, at this point, you guys, Curvies, at this point, Monica's the one that repeated the rumor because Whitney never said it. Meredith never said it. And now Monica is saying it to Whitney. And I don't know if it's editing, you guys, but so far she's the actual only one that has said Angie K's husband sleeps with men. Monica's the only person. And I'm like, dang. However, Whitney is so hyper focused on Meredith. It's still Meredith's fault that, it's still Meredith's fault that the rumor is going around because Whitney was told by Meredith at the airport that she knows something about Angie's family. So that's one little thing that I was like, okay, Whitney, here we go. Not only are you projecting, but after this girl actually says the rumor on camera, you still find a way to make it Meredith's fault. And so that just shows that you're just like basically being a pit bull right now and unwilling to let it go. So let's see. Then, oh yeah. How did I forget? Lisa Barno and getting kicked out of the freaking spray tan places and bragging about it like it's a brag. She wasn't even doing a humble brag, you guys. She didn't even do a humble brag. This lady was like, yeah, she had the biggest smile on her face. Yeah, I got banned for life from the place. I was like, do you know who I am? I'm sure she had to be horrible. For you to get banned for life from some place that you have patronized and are on a show, and you have patronized them for almost a decade. You know how rude you had to be for them to ban you for life? Lisa is such a Karen, right? And bragging about it. Okay, you guys, speaking of Karens that brag. So in real life, that's what they do. Let's take a little side trip over here. So the place where my mom lives is, they have like a gate and everything, right? And so one day I was coming in the gate and my mom was coming out to let me in, and somebody else came in, so I just went in behind that person. So then that person ended up being this little old lady, and I go to where the visitors park, and she proceeds to pull up in front of my car and get really aggressive with me about coming in the gate and what I should and shouldn't do in the country of America with my time and my life. And I was like, lady, you need to get away from me. Like, go away. So she didn't. And she was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I was like, whatever, lady. And so we go on about our business. I go tell my mom what happened with this lady in the parking lot. Come to find out, it's like the property Karen. Okay. So the other day, she comes up to my mom and is like giving her this sob story about how she was at a grocery store parking lot, and she pulled up and she saw a woman in her car, and she was sitting in the handicap place, and she was just sitting there. So I honked my horn. And I just honked my horn at her to let her know I was waiting for that place because she was just sitting there. And I honked my horn again because maybe she didn't hear me. And then finally, a car next to that place came out. And so I took that place and I parked my car and I went over there, and the lady's car was still there. She was still just sitting in her car in the parking lot. And so I went over to her window and I told her that she needs to be more aware and move when people need to get in this place sooner, because other people are waiting. And the lady cussed at me, and I just felt so bad for her daughter. Well, and then I went behind her car, and she got out of her car, and she came and pushed me. And she pushed me, and I called the police. And when they asked me, did I want to press charges, I told them yes, because that's assault. I just felt so bad for her daughter. She was such a cute little black girl. This white lady came up to my black mom and told her that story I just said, you guys. And it's the same lady who accosted me and verbally accosted me in the parking lot before. So what I told my mama is that if she finds out when the court date is, because the lady likes to talk a lot, let me know and I can be a surprise witness for the other lady that the woman walked up to and was accosting her. You people need to leave people alone. People need to leave people alone. Anyway, getting back to Lisa being so utterly rude that she freaking got banned for life from some place she went to for over 8 years and is a person on TV who can tell on her. That's how much they don't give a F about dealing with her or all her dollars, because she works so hard for her dollars, for her things that so she can afford. Remember, she said that to Monica. So anyway, she's setting up for the party, and everybody knows that Lisa's way to set up for a party is just by saying, oh, move that to the left. Oh, move that to the right. And she stands there with her coat off her shoulders a bit and just directs almost like a composer, but it doesn't even have that much passion. It's more like, over there, darling, over there. Just kind of like a limp wave over there. Oh, that looks great. Oh, that looks great. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So they had crepes and some other stuff at her thing. And then they had an ice sculpture where you pour your drink off the ice sculpture, and that's how they chill your drink. I thought that was kind of cute. But Lisa's first chance she got, she goes over to Monica and says, Monica, I didn't like how you call me materialistic. You know, you have that Louis Vuitton purse on and you're materialistic, and we all have nice things and I work very hard. And the whole time she's defending not being materialistic, she's dropping names of brand names. You know, she's like showing that she's a label whore, and she's freaking just bragging, constantly bragging, and so full of pride, self-pride. She has zero humble inside of her. And yeah, so she's telling Monica something about that. And in the meantime, Angie K gets sat down by Whitney and Monica, and they tell her about the rumor. And she was on her way over to talk to Meredith, of all people. She was going to go talk to Meredith, you guys. Monica's the one that said the rumor. Meredith hasn't said anything at this point. But Angie K is so desperate for Meredith's attention that she, every episode so far, Angie K comes after Meredith every episode so far. She is literally like a dog with a bone, okay? She is relentless. She's so fake. And then she like smiles a little bit sometimes at first. Or she'll just have attitude, like, why didn't that person say hi to me? Because every time we interact, Angie, you and your glasses get on my last nerve, Angie. That's why I'd rather not even talk to you, Angie. But then you come put you and your glasses right in my face and demand my attention. And then you get what you get and then cry victim. And the alliance further makes me, Meredith, out to be a villain. Okay. In the meantime, enter stage right. And we get my favorite, Mary Cosby, coming into the affair in an outfit that was like this quilted number. It was very fashionable. All the ladies looked good. They look good. And, but Mary really did stand out the most, you guys. She really did. And she looked the best, in my opinion. And she knew she looked the best because when she walked in, she said, "Oh, I'm overdressed." She said, "Oh, I'm overdressed." And she looked around like she didn't want to get any oil on her outfit when she sat down. But on her way to go sit down, her big, fluffy, puffy, quilted jacket was almost in the pizza. And so Heather let her know that her jacket was almost in the pizza because Heather's watching her like a hawk too. Don't forget that when Whitney was running around she is so hilarious. When Whitney was running around trying to get something on Mary Cosby instead of helping the feds solidify their case on Jen, they were trying to get their own case going on Mary and Cosby. And Whitney was shoulder deep in it. Her and her inbred looking chin were shoulder deep in it in trying to take down Mary M. Cosby, along with Lisa Barno. Those three chicken heads were after Mary Cosby for no reason except for that she's great. She's great, you guys. They're jealous. Anyway, that's what it is. They're jealous. So they haven't apologized to Mary for this stuff, you guys. Mary simply removed herself from their presence because access is power. So she removed her power and took her access away from them, rendering them powerless to the point where she didn't show up to the reunion, and she's asked back this season as a friend of. And she must be getting paid for it because I don't think she'd be wasting her time if she wasn't getting paid for it. Anyway, here comes Mary. And I didn't get enough Mary this episode, unfortunately. She simply walked in, grabbed a seat, looked over at Heather Gay, and said, "Heather, what made you wear that necklace?" And then they flash over to Heather, who has on like a beanie cap with a black turtleneck. And it looked like a silver puffy jacket, silver bomber jacket kind of with fur around the hood and some black leggings, I think is what she had on. And then she had on this super chunky, fake diamond necklace. And Heather starts going into, "Oh, well, I thought it just really brought out the champagne in this jacket, and it really did this, that, and the other, and this, that. And Mary looks so unenthused and says, no, it didn't. Oh my God. Mary, Mary, no. Oh, Awake Mode, the designer. I'll look his stuff up right now. Let me look that up right now. Because that was a very structural piece. I like that. That looked very like I would have seen it on who's it's called? Project Runway. Awake Mode. There it goes. Let's go here. A London designer. Oh, look, those shoes have the red toes like your toes are right there. Oh my goodness. I like that woven bag. Oh, look at that flouncy dress. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see if we can find anything from Mary. Well, these are high-end. I would say, yeah, that's... Oh, look, there's the quilt. That's quilted. Mary's was more like car washer style. I like these shoes with the balls on them. $915. Those are cute, you guys. Very cute. I like those. Oh, look at the circles all together. The upcycled denim multi-circle dress in blue denim. Oh, nice. That's nice. That's kind of like how Mary's thing was, but Mary's wasn't circles, it was squares. And it didn't have that many spaces, but it was more, but it had that car wash style on there. If you guys go to Awake Mode's website, you'll kind of see. So anyway, so Mary tells Heather that, bursts Heather's bubble. Heather's like, well, I like it. But later on, she's probably going to cry about it, poor Heather. Now, some other stuff happened in this episode. However, I don't really care about what Whitney says to her husband. I feel like that's all fake and just waiting to implode. And, but I am not buying. I will say this. Whitney and her husband had a talk. And he's like, oh, well, I can finally go back to work. Because remember after Whitney's husband got fired for them making naughty time on the paint, and they put all the colors down and basically turned, when they started rolling around in all the colors, they turned black. And like the colors went, you know, because when you mix all the colors together, it's black. And they were like fully doing it with their bodies painted black on this canvas. So anyway, Whitney lied and said that's why he got let go from his job. Well, allegedly, she lied. Because that doesn't sound like a reason, really. But anyway, she said that got him fired. And then this episode, she says that he had a non-compete clause and couldn't work for an entire year. Now, I'm only a lawyer on Thursdays, and it's usually at the court of my mind. And I'm the judge there too, and the defender and the prosecutor. So I can pretty much for sure say that most non-compete clauses cannot not let you work anywhere for a year. Now, I bet they could say something like, you can't work in this industry or industry adjacent career for a year. But that doesn't mean McDonald's wasn't hiring, or he could be a cashier at Whole Foods, or he could have went down to the local ice rink and got to drive the bada bing, bada boom thing around the thing and make sure the ice stays nice and flat and icy. There's a lot of things he could have done that were outside of the purview of the non-compete portion of said clause. So I'm calling again on Whitney's stuff. BS, Whitney. It's just like Whitney broke down the entire way to launder money and said she learned it from Ozark, didn't she? She broke it down like she went to Cartel 101. Okay? She broke it down. But now she's going to want us to believe that she believes that a non-compete clause means her husband couldn't work anywhere for a year. Okay, Whitney. Okay. Whatever, Whitney. See, that's why I'm not even going there, y'all. I can't even go there. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Let's go to that's pretty much it. I only had the Mary thing. I thought that was funny. And I thought it was interesting. Oh, and then Angie K, for some reason, wants smoke with Monica. And remember when Angie K and Jen got to that house that Jen was supposed to be the hostess for? And for some reason, Jen ended up flashing on Angie K and poured her drink on Angie's hair. Like just out of the blue in front of everybody. This moment that Angie just did with Monica, where she is in the middle of talking to Lisa and Angie comes and gets in the middle, like aren't they calling her a lapdog this season too? Yeah, she's Lisa's lapdog. And she jumped right up on Lisa's lap and took her paw and put it in Monica's crepe whipped cream and put it on Monica's face. You guys, I'm like, been there, done that already, tried, Angie. Come on, that's exactly what Jen did to you last season. Like, come on now, be original at least. Because it was over the top on top of it. It was like for no reason. That did not match the conversation or the actions. Like, she just wants smoke with everybody. She's making all these TV moments. Little TV manufactured moment here, little TV manufactured moment there. I just want these ladies to go out to lunch, go shopping, show me their business, show me their family, without all this infighting. All this made up fighting is so tiring, you guys. And it's so fake. Like, you see it from a mile away. Angie had no reason to put her paw in Monica's whipped cream and then put it in Monica's face because Monica was talking to Lisa. Does that make any sense? It's so made up. It's so made up. And I'm just like, come on. I'm just waiting for Mary to come on my screen again next week. But overall, I like this episode. I like Monica, of course, and I like Mary. Anything else I like in here? Nope. Not a lot. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you have any extra special moments that you saw in here? No? Me neither. It was a good episode though. It was like more of a filler. To me, look, I'm crazy. To me, the filler episodes are when Mary's on the screen for less than 10 minutes. Okay? If Mary's on my screen for less than at least a good 10 minutes of actual Mary on my screen, interacting, saying her quirky stuff, it's a filler episode. This episode was, yeah, like that made up whipped cream, Monica saying the rumor, Angie pretending to be upset. Yeah, Angie didn't, that's the thing with Botox. When you get too much, you can't tell when you're upset. She didn't look really upset or surprised to hear that. Yeah, so, but I liked it. You don't watch, that's why you're not commenting. Save all your brain cells, Jay. Save them. That's right. Okay, you guys. So I didn't want to keep you long. That's my review for Real Housewives Salt Lake City. I called this episode Dirty Shots. And yeah, that's it. I will be reviewing Love is Blind tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be doing a review of episodes 1 through 5. I know episodes 6 and 7, I think, just dropped or something. So before we get to the wedding thing, I wanted to go up through the engagements, in their little Mexico trip. So my good friend Annie was like, I would love to hear your thoughts. So I was like, well, I really haven't watched since like the second season, when that one couple was on there, and they were like, oh, right on. Yeah. So we will be back tomorrow, and I hope you guys can take a look at it. 8 a.m. tomorrow. Love is Blind, season 4, episodes 1 through 5. And thanks for tuning in today on LRGA Curves for this review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4, episode 5. Anyway, the number's on the thing. It's in the description. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way out if you haven't already. Ring that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. And I'll see you in the next one.